and degradation
of women. We are confronting the woman haters. We are raising our voices. We are doing this together. It's very powerful. Make some noise. Get loud. As we march. When we stop. We are going next. Past Fox News. We can stop. For a moment. One of you. I know. Has something. You want to say. To Bill O'Reilly. To Sean Hannity. To all those assholes. And woman haters. We will stop. And use the people's mic. After that. We will march. Down to Times Square. In Times Square. Without our permission. We will be surrounded. And assaulted. With images. As tall as buildings. Of women's bodies. Half naked. Half starved. In positions. Of degradation. Some of you are sick of this. I'm really sick of it. Fed up with it. Every time you turn on a computer and the boxes pop open, you go to buy cough syrup and the magazines are there. You walk out the door and are assaulted by billboards. Some of you are going to find your voice and use the people's mic to say women are not objects. We're done being viewed that way. We're done thinking of ourselves that way. And the men in the crowd are done with that shit too. So some of you, even our pornographer actor, will speak against that. After that, 2 more stops. Very important. The U.S. military recruiting station. Because the military concentrates violence against women. The rape of women soldiers. The use of women in brothels. By male soldiers. And the role of the U.S. military in trafficking women as sex slaves. We will speak there. And finally, we will march to the sites that literally sell women's flesh, women's suffering, and women's degradation. The strip clubs, and the porn stores. So you want to stay with this march, making noise, getting angry, letting others hear you. And as we march, use the chance, make the noise. And when we stop, many of you who've never done it mothers.
Of the stories of your mothers.
Your sisters.
Your sisters.
Your best friends.
Your best friends.
Who've been raped.
Who've been raped.
Who've been harassed.
Who've been harassed.
You're gonna speak.
You're gonna speak.
You're gonna speak.
You're gonna speak.
You're gonna tell a story.
You're gonna tell a story.
Silent no more.
Silent no more.
Silent no more.
Silent no more.
So let's march.
So let's march.
No more whispers. We're gonna turn to the left.
Your worst fear. No more whispers. No more tears. We're angry women. Your